Hey guys, what's up? It's a Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite movies, TV shows, and animes, and today I'm going to be doing a movie roundup video where I talk about the movies and maybe TV shows, actually some animes, I watched in the last few weeks. Now, yes, I have been busy, as I have always said. I've been so busy and I've been so tired and sleep deprived that I'm gonna be honest here, most of the films I'm gonna be talking about in this video, I have probably fallen asleep to, and I had to rewatch the parts I missed the next day because I kept freaking falling asleep to every movie ever. But yeah, aside from that, I am also preparing to go to Cannes Film Festival, which means a lot of the films here I'm watching are because the same filmmaker has new films coming out in the festival. So anyways, to start off, I watched Bio Zombie on my Blu-ray. Yeah, shout out to Vinegar Syndrome. So yeah, I watched Bio Zombie. It's a Hong Kong film. It's a campy, silly zombie comedy. I love how irredeemably rude everyone is. That part is really, really Hong Kong. This is also like the most 90s Hong Kong film ever. There's a lot of playful editing, and overall, it's a fun time. 7 out of 10. Then, to prepare for highest to lowest, I watched Old Boy by Spike Lee. Yes, the remake Old Boy from 2013, not the original Korean film, no. And it frickin' sucks! It's really soulless and uninspired, and if you haven't seen the original Old Boy, you'd probably think it's just an okay film, maybe a bit bad, but with the original Old Boy in mind, I can't help but be underwhelmed during literally every single scene. The editing is terrible, the acting is really bad, and there is just no heart and soul. 3 out of 10. Then I went to AMC The Grove and watched The Shrouds, featuring The Shrouds by David Cronenberg, with David Cronenberg doing a Q&A at the end of the screening. This is a very interesting sci-fi dark comedy about grief and technology. The acting and the dialogues are pretty bad, but I think they're intentionally bad as a commentary on cinema and technology. I don't know, it seems like this film flew past a lot of people's heads, but honestly, I'm not sure either. It's a very complex film and probably require multiple rewatches for me to fully grasp it. For now, I'd say it's a 7 out of 10. Then, I finally finished screening The Holdovers for a TA in my school for my job, where I have to teach people English. Yes. Then I watched Raw, or Grave, by Julia Ducournau. This is a very good film. It's also very fucking gross. It's about cannibalism. It's a coming of age film, and it is less formally playful than Titan, but it is so much more brutal and disgusting, almost gratuitously. The theme of the film doesn't require a lot of unpacking. It is pretty straightforward, but I love how brash and in your face this film is. 8 out of 10. Following that, I watched No Bears by Jafar Panahi, and this film kinda blew my mind. So if you don't know the backstory, Jafar Panahi was banned from making movies and leaving the country of Iran. So guess what he did? He made a movie about himself being banned from making movies and leaving the country. And it is a meta cinema, because his character in the film, also called Jafar Panahi, is also directing a meta movie within the freaking movie. Okay, I'm gonna quote my Letterboxd review here. This is autobiographical, not in the sense that it's a self-indulgent work, but it's Panahi stretching cinema as a form to an extremity where his own life has gotten so fucking absurd that he can only use cinema as a device to rationalize it and interrogate it. There's also an increasing sense of paranoia in this film that acts as a parallel to what being a filmmaker feels like in an oppressive regime. Brilliant film, 8 out of 10. Following that, I finally watched The 400 Blows, or Le 400 Coups, yeah, by François Truffaut. This is the 1300th logged film on Letterboxd for me. Yay. And damn, I didn't expect how slice of life and Italian neo-realist this was gonna be. Maybe I was tired, but a lot of it was kind of uninviting. But I still felt feelings for the boy, and I was interested in what he was doing and where he was going in his life. And I really respect how this film set up the blueprint for all the coming-of-age films to come. 8 out of 10. Then I watched Plan 75 by Hayakawa Chie. This is a Japanese film about old people being legally euthanized. Yes. With such an interesting premise, I feel like the film wasted a lot of its potential because I really wish the film would do a deeper dive on such a pressing matter. A lot of the filmmaking here comes off dry and very sterile. The lighting is very clean, the acting is very stiff. A lot of people call it the Uniqlo core, which is essentially a huge issue in contemporary Japanese cinema. That said, the last 20 minutes has a lot of emotional potency, and I like that the film explores multiple storylines at once. Great opening scene as well. 7 out of 10. Light 7. Strong 6 to a light 7. Then I watched Rigor Mortis. This is another Hong Kong zombie film. What a coincidence. This is a rare gem in that a lot of the shots here look freaking amazing. There's a lot of great cinematography and production design using grayscale and only gray colors, relying on framing and composition, but the film is just too focused on looking cool that it thwarts its drama. There are a lot of cliche scares, and I'm gonna quote my letterbox here as well. Yet, the film introduces a bunch of random characters, and the film doesn't know which one to focus on. At many moments, the film can't decide to be funny or scary, so it doesn't commit to either one. This is also a meta-commentary about the zombification of old Hong Kong cinema, because the film pays a lot of homage to 80s horror comedies. 7 out of 10. Then, all by myself, I went to the Chinese theater at Hollywood to watch Sinners on IMAX 70mm film, and it's pretty great. There's one scene in there that is easily one of the greatest scenes of the decade so far. I'm not exaggerating. But a bulk of the movie is just good, like I wasn't as emotionally hooked or anything, but still very impressive work. Very great film, please watch it. 8 out of 10. Okay, finally, yesterday I finished watching Wendy and Lucy by Kelly Reichardt. What a strong contrast between the ambitious Sinners and this minimalist film. This is a really natural, realist film about a woman being stuck in a town in Oregon because her car broke down and she lost her dog. In many ways, it's like Umberto D, but American. I love how plain everything is. It shows a depressing side of America. Its small towns, suburbs, its poverty issues, its broken systems. Every scene almost comments on something. The ending is also incredibly heartbreaking, and Michelle Williams is fantastic in this film. She should have won Best Actress. 9 out of 10. So yeah, these are the films I watched in April, and truth be told, I planned to watch way more films than this. Way more. Like, I plan to watch School of Rock by Richard Linklater. I plan to watch Malcolm X, and there are a bunch of films. Bicycle Thieves, Existenz, The Valiant Ones, Eve's Bayou, Girl and the Needle, The Hole in a Lonely Place, Dragons Forever, Winter Light After Hours, Stoker. I didn't watch any of these films because I simply did not have time, so rip. But yeah, see you later. Comments, like, yeah, subscribe if you want more. Bye!